It has been a very, very tough time since the first case of the COVID was declared here in Kenya, because since that time we closed the parish.
COVID came with another challenge. We had to change the way of doing things, the way we interact with our patients, the way we interact as staff really changed.
Mind you, for 2 weeks we had to stop completely because the government shut down everything. And at the end of 2 weeks, I could have wept because these people were so weak, they were so hungry, they couldn't stand.
We have challenges, especially when it comes to domestic violence and also sexual violence and defilement.
The uniqueness about our school is more of the students that we take. First, they are unfortunate in the society, and then the baby care. We accept our students to come with their children so that they feel comfortable.
Our joy is to see any girl going to labor, not to procure an abortion. So far, we have saved hundreds of lives.
Here in Kariobangi, the problem is that people are stressed, they are hopeless, because there is no job, there is no money, and they have a lot of necessities.
In the outskirts of Nairobi, about 11 kilometers from the central business district, lies Holy Trinity Catholic Church, an oasis of hope for many struggling people. Run by the Comboni missionaries since 1974, Holy Trinity Parish is blessed with the presence of several nuns and committed lay people who daily serve the abandoned poor in and around the slum areas of Kariobangi, Huruma, and Korogosho.
My main role in the parish is to coordinate all the spiritual activities in the parish and to coordinate all the pastoral activities. In this Comboni community, we are four. We have Father Mauricio, who is taking care of the schools that we have here. Here we have 3 schools. Also we have Father Jonas, who is contributing a lot in the line of trying to visit the sick, also to the pastoral activities in the parish is also very much involved. And now the deacon, who just came not so long ago, he is also with us. And even little by little, he is also trying to coordinate, to enter into the pastoral activities. At the same time, in this parish, we are also blessed with other religious congregation, which in their own way they contribute with their charism to the growth of the parish. We have the Sisters of Charity, we have the Comboni Missionary Sisters, we have the Neno la Mungu, that we call the servants of the word, and also we have the Franciscan Sisters.
Hardships and poor living conditions coupled with inadequate social services render most people in Holy Trinity Parish extremely vulnerable to infectious diseases, illiteracy, crime, a bleak future, and a vicious cycle of poverty. Thanks to the nuns and the parish community, the helpless poor have some hope.
This place was initially begun by Sister Victoire Kennedy in 1980. When she walked the slums of Kariobangi and she saw that one group of people that needed help were the elderly, because often they were left at home alone and they couldn't cope, and often they had strokes and things. We have 290, but some people went back home at the beginning of the pandemic. So we have 260 daycare elderly, and we have 32 residents who actually stay here because they need full-time care. A lot of them are severely disabled. 2 are blind, 12 are on wheelchairs, others are on walking aids and that kind of thing. 2 are in bed needing full-time nursing because they're severely incapacitated.
Joseph Moreo, a resident at Cheshire Home for 10 years, shares his experience.
Hapa Cheshire Home hakuna kitu unaweza kukosa, chakula iko sawa sawa, kulala unalala sawa sawa, kuoga unaoga sawa sawa. Yaani kila kitu hakuna shida. Sisi wanatusaidia mzuri. Hawa ni kuwashukuru sana sababu ile kazi wanafanya kazi ni muhimu sana. Wanashughulika na kila kitu kuwatafutia, hata sisi tunapoishi hapa wanatusaidia sana.
On designated days, Cheshire Homes offers daycare help to non-residents.
Sasa wakati niliingia huku, mimi nilikuja huku nilikuwa mgonjwa, nilikuwa na pressure na malaria. Sasa nikapelekwa pale nikatibiwa, nikaandikwa kwa kitabu, nikawekwa, tukaenda pale kwa tulikuwa tunasanyana na wale wagonjwa. Tunaomba, tunakula pamoja, napatiwa chakula, mboga, nguo. Na wakati nilifika huku nilikuwa na hii graduate ilikuwa imeisha, wakanipatia hii yenye niko nao saa hii. Sasa nikaanza kutembelea. Kwa hivyo kila Wednesday na kuchanga hapa chakula kila kitu, mwili ile story nilikuwa na malaria na pressure. Hiyo kitu iliiza. Sasa tunaendelea tu mzuri, hakuna maneno yoyote. Kukula na shiba, watoto wangu wanasiba vizuri, walikuwa tu na njaa, walikuwa na sita tu kila siku nilikuwa nashindwa leo nakula nini, lakini nikikuja huku unga, mboga, sabuni, mpaka hata sukari. Nikienda kwangu naenda tu kama mdosi. Nafurahi hata watoto wanafurahi.
Putting smiles on the poor has not been easy for Cheshire Home. COVID-19 has compounded Cheshire Home's challenges.
For us, the challenge is staff. As you can imagine, the workload increased because formerly these people would come in and sit here, interact with the residents. They could have their showers and talk and help with vegetables, cook their meals. Now they can't do that. We have to keep them apart. And psychologically, that's not so good for the residents. I can see the dementia increasing in them. The other challenges continue, the challenges of finance to keep the house going, for staff, for utilities, overheads, repairs, medical, that sort of thing. One thing I've been so moved by is the generosity of the Kenyans. And again, Father Andrew and Father Mauricio were prime movers in this. They encouraged people to come and help. I think that is a lovely thing, people moving out in concern for one another. And the unity of everybody, the care of people for those in need, that gives me joy.
Caring for the underprivileged at Holy Trinity Parish includes offering them affordable and quality healthcare services.
We have a variety of services, these outpatients. Then we have laboratory services. We carry out a number of tests. We have ultrasound and X-ray. We have a nutrition department. We also have a pharmacy, which is well stocked with all the essential drugs. We have a CWC for the newborns, and we also have antenatal care for pregnant mothers, and we have natural family planning. Then on Tuesdays, we normally have a diabetic and hypertension clinic for those who are living with those conditions. Then on Friday, every Friday of the week, we normally have an eye clinic.
Na prefer kukuja hapa juu nimependa services za hapa. Doctors wako very and nurses wote wako poa, wanafanya kazi yao vizuri, wana care, wanaonesha upendo.
Huduma za huku nimeona zikiwa poa, juu penye unatumwa na daktari, unasaidika, aka unatuma kwa dawa, unapata dawa, ukitumwa lab, unaenda, unapimiwa, hivyo. Bei yao iko chini, sio kama hizi hospitali zingine. Alafu dawa, ukitumwa kwa dawa, hautumwi nje ukatafute dawa nje, unaipata tu hapa ndani.
Patients' satisfaction has been the administration's priority since 1980 when the Comboni missionary sisters started running the parish dispensary.
What makes our dispensary unique are the type of services that we offer. Then we also enjoy working in a clean working environment. We have adapted a good management system. Also, our prices are subsidized to make it affordable. And we assist people who are not able to to pay. The challenges during this COVID period, first of all, the fear of the unknown, of how the situation is going to unfold. Then the fear of the staff contracting the disease. There is also inflated the PPEs, the personal protective gears, anything to do with COVID. The prices, the normal prices of before were hiked, so that one really costed us a lot. My greatest joy in working in the dispensary is accompanying the antenatal mothers and assisting them during their antenatal period until they deliver healthy babies.
While most healthy babies survive, some are aborted. Consequently, to curb the cases of abortion, Kariobangi parish started a pro-life movement in the community targeting young mothers.
My role is to receive the young mothers, to listen to their cases, and also to go to the ground to know where they are coming from and to get to know and to be in touch with their families in order to know how we can help them as an office. At present, the number which is in our records is 226. We are serving hundreds. Why? We are working with groups. So these 226 captures only the young mothers, teenage pregnancies who come here having pregnancy cases.
For our girls here, when they come in pregnant, at first they are with low self-esteem. We form them. We give them character formation. We have made a program of 1 year. We have got different topics that we give to the girls. For example, self-awareness, self-acceptance, effects of abortion, values, handwork. And they receive spiritual input. We have got partners. Our partner in Mathare that takes teenage girls, they go there with their children. They are given a course in hairdressing and beauty plus dressmaking. And fortunately, those who do dressmaking are taken straight to work. But those who are doing maybe beauty, they search for them, so they start their homework at home, and they do it because they have this baby. And we have seen it progressing well.
Some of pro-life's beneficiaries narrate their progress.
Vile nilipata mimba, mtu tu ndiye aliniambia juu I was just stressed up, nimebaki lonely, sina mtu anaweza nisaidia. Friends niko nao ni wale wanakuambia utoe ball. Lakini kuna dem mwingine hapo tu ndiye alinidirect, kaulizia nikafika. Pro life imenisaidia tu sana, imenisaidia kulipa hospital bila hosi, imenisaidia na mafundisho. After that imenipeleka MCF nikasomea beauty. Na nafurahia sana, mtoto wangu ni mzima, wamenisaidia kulipa bill, ningetoa singemuona.
The kind of support that I received from Pro-Life was maternal health care and psychosocial support. Pro-Life has really changed the person that I am and the way I look at life. When one gets into Pro-Life, the therapy that you go through, let me call it therapy, instills some values and some strength for someone to go on. My daughter, Stephanie, is the greatest joy I gained, because if they didn't encourage me, I would have gotten rid of the pregnancy and I wouldn't have that kid right now. And she's a big motivation to me.
Imebadilisha maisha yangu juu mimi mwenyewe sikuwa najikubali na sikuwa najipenda juu nilikuwa naona sasa mimi venye niko na mimba nimejiharibia maisha, lakini venye nilikuja hapa wakaniambia nafaa kujikubali, wakanionyesha vile nafaa kufanya, mimi mwenyewe nikajikubali. Furaha ni wamenisupport, nimepata mtoto. Kama si huyo mtoto singeitwa mama, na nafurahi kuitwa mama.
Thanks to Pro-Life, these proud mothers did not abort their babies. Meanwhile, Pro-Life, like other sectors of Holy Trinity Parish, has its unique challenges.
We have got our partners who now stopped what they were doing to us because of this situation. Like Neema Hospital has been helping our girls with the maternity fee. You know, these girls are young and their parents are poor. And this is the only hospital that was catering for us, and now it stopped. It's not that it has got a fault, but when the COVID came, they had to stop everything.
Besides financial constraints exasperated by COVID-19, Pro-Life faces the challenge of dealing with traumatizing cases of rape and incest, which necessarily calls for police intervention.
We are happy to say we have saved both lives, the life of a child, the unborn, and the life of this girl.
To ensure that girls and other members of the community shine, Holy Trinity Parish, through Amani Counseling Center, offers psychosocial support services.
Our counseling office here started in 2012, and there was a need for psychosocial support in the community, because we realized that so many people are not able to afford counseling services, and most of them are very far away from here, the locality. That is why we saw the need to set up the center here so that the community members can easily access psychosocial support whenever they need it.
I'm a student, niko naenda form 3. Yani ilikuwa niende form 4, sana repeat form 3. Nilileta ilikuwa through teenage pregnancy, shida za home na kunini shule hiyo skipping of schools hizo. Counseling sections ilinisaidia through kuheshimu wazazi, nisikuwe na stress nyingi through that teenage pregnancy, through skipping schools, of which pia nilikuwa na skip shule. Kama leo siendi, leo naenda, ilikuwa na depend na school moods imenipeleka.
Yeah, so we offer psychosocial support for our clients. We create awareness, and we also do sensitization.
That awareness and sensitization proved vital to Paul, who spent 8 years in Kamiti Maximum Prison. After being released from prison, Amani Counseling Center assisted Paul to rebuild his life.
I became a carpenter when I was in prison. I went to Kamiti Maximum. I appealed my case, and I was released, which was a life sentence. I was somehow traumatized. And because I was living in this area, I was thinking of how I can live and how I can stay with the people around here, because I was suffering rejection in many ways.
Through counseling, Paul dealt with the rejection he faced. However, the tug of being an ex-prisoner made the healing process difficult.
In the morning there was breakfast, but when I come out here, there was no breakfast, there was no food. Nobody to care for me. Everybody that was rejecting me. If I go to a person, they think that I'm going to maybe to kill them too. And it was bad. It's bad.
Eventually, Paul found peace. He is now married. Paul is also a pastor and runs a carpentry workshop.
Our clients come with financial strain, like what they need is food, what they need is, they are not able to pay for their houses. But so then we are limited to that, because we do not have enough resources to support them financially. So we only give psychosocial support.
In an effort to meet people, especially women's financial needs, Holy Trinity Parish, through the Comboni Sisters, runs an empowerment center that equips women with life and technical skills.
Currently, we are having 72 students with 3 departments. We give them technical courses of catering, hairdressing, and fashion and design. Majority of our students come from the surrounding area of Kariobangi, that is Korokocho, Mathare, Dandora, mostly the slum areas. Being a sponsorship school with the Comboni Sisters, the fees is not so high compared to the others. Despite the fact there is that portion also they pay, but is somehow affordable, and the sisters are also patient with them.
I am a beautician by profession. I work as a manager, as a salon manager currently.
Brenda is an example of how acquiring skills offered at the center can be life-changing.
The skills I've gained are so much. One, and the most of it all, is the whole beauty therapy. Business, characters, spiritual formation, and it has made me a professional beautician that I call myself. My life has changed drastically because, one, I was not working before, but now I'm working, I'm earning a living, and not only a living, but I have a name outside there. I'm a role model, I believe so. And so it has changed my life big time.
Brenda's changed life is certainly an inspiration to other vulnerable women. It is also an encouragement to the center as it tries to navigate its challenges.
Challenges that we are facing, one, it is the online teaching. We find most of our students are not having the smartphones. They can't be able maybe to get the bundles. And then the space for distancing, it's also not that big. And then the finances also to put in place what is required, all that is required for the COVID-19 people to be in institution.
Holy Trinity Parish not only caters for the material needs of the community, but also spiritual needs. The work of the Sisters of the Servants of the Word in the parish is mainly to nourish people spiritually with God's Word.
We start our ministry visiting homes and preaching the Word of the Lord with them. We invite them, the families, to pray together. We train lay people to preach the Word of the Lord. And we start with the Bible courses, and we prepare lay people to be missionaries in the parish.
Harriet met the sisters in 2018. This encounter has transformed her family in a big way.
The lesson I've learned with the Sisters of the Word is how to live with people. I think that is the greatest lesson. They always give me encouragement, and you know the environment you are living has many problems and challenges, but with the Word of God in you, you know how to live with them and deal with them. That is the greatest thing I've learned with them. They have really encouraged me and show me how to live with different people of different characters. With my family, I may say we are living in peace. As per now, we are all in the Bible course. With my husband, we are in the same course. We are on the 5th course of preaching. I have a teenage kid who is also in the teenage class of the Bible course and at the Sunday school.
Sister Leticia and her community, besides offering spiritual training and literature, are also involved in other services.
Besides our biblical apostolate, we collaborate with Huduma ya Familia, PMC, Catechism, also Huduma ya Wagonjwa, with Wapokeshaji. Also, we share with them we prepare recollection day for them, seminars, all is pastoral work in the parish. Here in Kariobangi, we are 3 sisters, Sister Yolanda, Sister Isabella, and I. And our motivation in this mission is that we believe in the power of the Word of the Lord. Through the Bible, through the Word of the Lord, many changes come to the family, to the person. And that motivates us to follow in this mission, in this apostolate. Because the families change their lives, the hope comes, peace comes, and the reconciliation in the families comes. And then they want, after that, they want to share this experience with others, and they become also missionaries with us. I like too much that there is a lot of people. There is a lot of people and many kids, many youths, and in that places where there are a lot of kids and youths, there are a lot of hope for the church. We have that hope that we can do apostolate with young people, and then they will be missionaries, lay missionaries, to serve in the parish, and for the good of the church and the salvation of the people.
As Holy Trinity Parish in Kariobangi tries to facilitate holistic salvation, COVID-19 is also slowly biting people's lives globally. This is even more so among vulnerable populations such as in the slums of Kariobangi, Huruma, and Korogosho in Nairobi, Kenya. The poor in society ought to be given love, care, dignity, and protection. This can only be done through a collaborative effort. While some solutions would require heavy resources and time, some initiatives such as those run by nuns and Holy Trinity Parish in Kariobangi should be commended.
I have a very beautiful experience. At the same time, I also appreciate the collaboration of the people. The people are very open to work, to be involved, and I see a community that is growing, a community that is moving on.